Hi Joe, here's the video that I promised you, and here's the little quick, very cheap setup that I just created for hopefully those folks that want to try to use this to shoot quality photographs for the museum. First of all, I have a cardboard trifold display. I know Elmer sells them in another company called Royal Brights. They are 36 inches tall by 48 inches wide when you completely expand them. I've cut this one down to 30 inches. The first thing that I do is I place it on the table, and you need about 3 feet wide by about 2 feet deep a space in order to make all this happen. As you can see, I took some UPS tape, put it on the front, put it on the back. I did that on both sides, so it's good enough that it won't move, but it isn't anything that's super permanent. I also then have a piece of black construction paper, and what I've done there is 16 inches up off the ground and an inch from each side, because it's 24 inches wide in the middle and the construction paper is 22 inches. I've used some wooden thumbtacks that I spray painted black, and like I said, 16 inches up. You want to try to secure that directly to the cardboard and make sure that there's no puckers in it at all. You want it to be as taut as it can be, okay? The next thing I have done is I took a couple of pieces of wood and I clamped them together. I routed out one side, and what that allows me to do is to slip this piece of wood directly over the cardboard where it needs to be. I've created, this is a template, but I've created some that are better than this, lightweight, and are going to be better to use. What I do then is I take my little light fixture that I bought from Home Depot for $7. It's made by HDX, and it's called a 5.5 inch clamp light. I've also put a 100-watt incandescent light bulb into it, and then you simply take the cord and plug it in. I think the key to a lot of this stuff is what I'm showing you here. What you're looking at is a piece of 16 inch by 12 inch by 3/4 inch thick laminate shelving. I spray painted it black for grins. What I then did is about 3 inches from the edge of it, I countersunk an 832 by 1 inch screw. So this thing will sit flat on any surface, okay? Then you see my props for you. These I had my friend create, and they're all wooden blocks that are the exact inside diameter of a variety of molds. This one happens to be for professional models. I also have a little clamp that I purchased, put on exactly in the middle of that thing, and then what I end up doing is I put the clamp on here, and in order so that you don't need any tools, I've went out and purchased and spray painted wing nuts. So you can thread that right on there. It's easy enough to change the angle to anything that you want. You'll also notice that I've got some lines drawn here. I plan to put those lines on all of this construction paper so that everyone has about the same angle. It's really about 70 to 72 degrees, and once you tighten this thing up, I'll try to do this one-handed here. So now I've got it tight. I can maneuver this so that it's parallel to that line, okay? You, again, may have to change some of the angle here, but it's easy enough to move it and slide it one way or the other to get it so that the angle is right, okay? So inside of my fixture, like I said, I have a 100-watt incandescent light bulb, and I flick that baby on. And more or less, there's your setup. Now, again, we talked about this, and what I'll end up doing is I put this 14-inch digital calibration target, and I'll use my camera to come right over that target, and I want to try to get in white, black, and the gray. And when I show you how I take these photographs, I'll show you how I do my custom white balance, and I change my exposure. So in essence, that is how tough this setup is. I think I have all total into this about $15 in materials, so I'm hoping that I can sell it for maybe $20, and excluding my labor, people can have a nice little easy quick setup that will allow them to take quality photographs. So next up, I'm going to create a video to show you how I set up my camera and take shots of some pros. And we'll take a look at the results and see if they work for you.